Oh, hello everyone. I'm Desia, and today I'd like to do the presentation with my groupmate about the animal farm. This story is about a tragic story about animal who can't stand the option of human being and revolt, but finally have the internal difference and repair the same mistake. Sarah, how do you think who were the men charged?
Oh, first of all, my name is Nurul Binti Anuar. The main character from this novel that I have read is there's a single main character, but sometimes they can the narrative can be best of the book. First character that I have read is Napoleon. He's the one of the pigs who becomes the primary leader of animal farms after the revolution. And second is Snowball, another pig who is a Napoleon rebel. And third is a boxer, a hardworking horse who symbolizes the working class. And four is a squealer, a pig who served as Napoleon's spokesperson. He was a propaganda to manipulate the other animals and justify Napoleon actions. Hmm. And many characters that you can know from this book. Uh, how about you, Ani? Do you have a favorite part of the book? Yes or no, and why?
Hello everyone. First of all, my name is NURUL. In my today, I would like to share my opinion about my favorite part in this book. Yes, my favorite part in animals farm is when the animal realize the full extent of the pig betrayal. This book has a shocking and symbolic scenes. It make the complete transformation of the pigs into the humans they once knocked down. This part highlight the themes of corruption and power. So it's illustrate the how the pig originally campaign equality becomes different from their cruel government. Last but not least, this also attract me to read because nowadays we heard many of stories about corruption. Next, how about you, Umi? About what types of person do you think like to read this book?
Okay, first, my name is SUHAIDA. And what type of person do I think would read this book? Uh, is someone who like or who like to involve in politics or political issue. So, but this story tells us about the situation that is experiencing power and social changes that are ruled by someone, and the occurrence of tyranny and selfishness if the people choose the wrong government. So I think people who like to get involved in this kind of thing, like politics, will like to read this book to be able to open their mind and not take any advantage of the power that we. Okay, for you, Desia,
Mhm.
uh, were the character credible?
In this story, the pig play the role of the main things method, but they are not reliable and credible. And the first leader, the old major, is the first charge, the first characters to come up with the idea, but he died before he could future implement to plant. And Noble is the second leader. His idea is good, but he is secretly to lie to the other animals to benefit himself. And in the end, Napoleon is the leader of the dictatorship who reply the work of the animal and not longer cares about the animals. Horse is also cannot to be credible because they always know walking and not thinking. The sheep is also count to be reliable. They even more can't have the idea of their own, and the other animal also don't even understand the seven roots of the pig expects that the work, even the last, choose work. Okay, that is my part. Wami, do you like the book and why do you like?
Yes, in my opinion, I like this book, which is Animal Farm by George Orwell, because this book uses a simple story about animal farm in exploring political themes. Also, this book has narrative storytelling that was interesting by creating the character, which is Napoleon, Snowball, and so on. And the books reminds reader to be aware of the abuse of power, which is increasingly prevalent today. I think that's all from me. Next, Umi, if you could change something, what would it be? Can you give a simple example?
Okay. If I could change something, it would be the climax scene in this story where Snowball should dominate and rule the animal farm instead of Napoleon. This is because trusting the Napoleon is being the leader one kind of wrong decision where in the end he slowly changed the animal farm into minor farm like before, like Mr. Jones have, and all animals are treated cruelly and vilified like Boxer and Snowball. The other animals should also rebel against that act. The rule that balance all the animals, it, uh, the rule that has balanced all the animals also has been changed to all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. So I think this part climate scene should be changed because I hope that by changing in this part, all of the animals can live happily ever after, as I imagine. Okay, that's all from my opinion about the story Animal Farm. From you, Sarah, could you relate to any of the character in the story? Yes or no, and why?
Um, I think that I can relate to the characters in the story, yes, because we also that have a personal experience. Like Many readers can relate to the characters in Animal Farm as they embody various traits and experience that same with human nature and society. I think that the few of characters that have my relate to the readers. Um, the first character is a boxer. Many people can relate to the boxer because he's the hard-working host who is a the loyal worker. Because that his strong work ethics and very dedication to the farm. Um, and it is an experience of individuals who have a dear cause. They want to be a hardworking person. So a book that have a them can relate lah, can relate to the characters story and human nature. Because the boxer is a work harder and have a belief to and potential to exploitation of the working class. And also the character two is a Clover. Clover is the motherly mare who has a represent compassion and concern for others. Readers can let the nurturing nature that and her desire to protect her fellow animals. Cover gradual realization of the betrayal by the pigs and can resonate with those who have experienced when the leaders or system they trust fail to uphold their promise. And also, the character story is a thriller. Squealer as the propagandist of the uh, propagandist for Napoleon, because that Squealer is a manipulative person that have teach someone to persuasive them to believe what they um uh want to possess a victory in their own life, recognize and how language they can be used to trust and want to counter perception like society. If you have a friend, you want to manipulate them, want to follow this, and like that. And also the Napoleon, the four characters, because some readers can may see aspect that themselves in Napoleon. Because Napoleon is a ambition and the desire power. His character also serve serve, serve a tale about the corrupting influence of power and the moral compromise that come with the leadership. Like society, like my experience, many people wants to be leadership, and that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, we are going to the end of the presentation. This is our response for an Animal Farm. Thank you for listening.